Let's compare that with the change failures. These are also very well-known companies that at some period they have done very well, but during this particular period they embarked also in a change of similar magnitude under similar conditions. In fact, interestingly enough, many of these companies were better off than the change masters at the starting point. And they approached the change fully expecting to realize big gains. And 3 or 4 years later, lo and behold, great losses.
Wow, yeah, I'll say.
So what is your insight just looking at these two charts, just first blush?
First of all, like you said, I know and recognize every one of these companies. In fact, as I look at this list and kind of the time period, I can actually kind of remember some of the campaigns and things that were going on, some of the companies. But what I see here is you've got lots of different industries, so there's not just one industry. In fact, you have people from the companies from the same industry, some that did really, really good and some that did really, really bad. For example, Nissan, automaker, and then a change master, and then you've got Ford and you've got General Motors is change failures. So it doesn't seem to me to be industry specific. I mean, I'm just curious, why is it that Nissan is so great and Ford did so poorly? Or once again, you have like Dell and Apple. I mean, and why is it that Apple's so good and Dell's so lousy? I mean,
That's great. And it's interesting because sometimes almost the same period of time or exactly the same period of time.
Yeah.
So I was wondering the same thing. First of all, as I study these companies, I try to take away all the noise of industry trends or favorable economic conditions. And when you really are left with is the fact that companies in very much the same situation, some do very well and others do very poorly, just by how they approach the change.
Interesting.
It wasn't, I mean, it wasn't that they even have better resources when